This video is about 3 questions that you want to ask yourself before you make any decisions to quit or not to quit your job. If someone comes to you asking for advice, instead of telling them what to do, it's much better if you ask them questions and let them find the answers by themselves. And the same thing stands for yourself as well. If you need to make a decision and instead of thinking too much in your head, it's much better if you sit down and write down a set of questions, relevant questions, and find out the answer to your problem by answering these questions. So in this video, I want to talk to you about a 3-step process when it comes to make a decision to quit or not to quit your job. So the first question that you want to ask yourself is, maybe you are the problem. So I can tell you that in 95% of cases when I am faced with an issue, the first thing that I ask myself is, maybe I am the problem. And that's a very important step. You need to be very honest with yourself and you need to look at yourself from a very rational point of view and not be very emotional and try to see maybe you have something to do with this issue that is happening to you. And this happened to me recently with a friend of mine who called me complaining about his job. And during the conversation, the first thing that came to my mind was, what have you done? Of course, I didn't ask him this way, but I asked him to tell me the full background. So the thing is that when he joined the workplace, in the beginning, he said that he was not very confident, so he was just keeping a low profile, and he was okay with people telling him what to do and not getting him involved in the processes. And 6 months down into the job, he kind of got used to the work and he gained more confidence and he was not okay with the way he was being treated. And I told him that you become what you tolerate, and that's a reality. So in any kind of relationship, it's very important from the beginning that you set the expectation. You cannot expect that after 6 months when you had tolerated such a behavior, then all of a sudden you change. Of course, it's possible to remedy it, but it's something that we need to understand that, we have also something to do with the way we are being treated. So that's what I told him, that, the problem is with you because you didn't set the expectation the way you wanted it. So in this case, as you can see, the answer to this question for my friend was yes. So what he needs to do is to work on himself and stay within the job. However, if you know that for sure you have nothing to do with this issue and it is something beyond your control, then what you need to do is, the second step is to ask if there is someone within the company, within the team, within the organization, whom you can go and talk to about the issue. And that's a very, very delicate step. If you're advising someone, you need to be very careful. And if you're doing it yourself, you also need to be very careful who you are going to talk to and how you are basically expressing yourself. Because we said that in step 1, we cleared that it's not about you, okay? So it's something outside you, outside your control. And when you want to go and talk to the person, you need to make sure that you express it in that way, that it's not about you complaining, it's about something outside and something that you want to improve within the team and within the organization. And unfortunately, for people who know me, they know that I never bring the gender into the equation. However, when it comes to this issue, unfortunately, if you are a woman, then, if you go and, complain about something or raise an issue, sometimes you are basically labeled as a drama queen, as, not being flexible. So you need to be very careful, as I said, how you express it and who you're going to go and express the issue. So I would say my advice is always look for the highest ranked person within your organization, because these people, they most probably will be unbiased, when they listen to you and you are not being a threat to them. So that's why, I would say that the highest ranked person, the one that you have access to, would be the best, person to go and talk to. So if there is such a person within your team, then that's perfect. You go and you express yourself and hopefully you will find a solution and you stay within the job. If, however, you see that there is no such a person within the team. And so you need to go and answer yourself the last question, which is, are you still learning on the job? Okay. And that's something that is very important. And I can tell you that either it can be your teammates, someone within the team that you are learning from, or it can be, the projects that you're exposed to, the documents that you receive. I can tell you that throughout my career, I learned a great deal from the projects that I reviewed, from the financial models that I reviewed, from the project documents that I received. So I learned a great deal from them, and also from the third party, from the discussions that I was involved with. So it's very important. If you still think that you have this fire in the belly and you're still learning, look back and see that within the last couple of months, whether you still learned something, then that's something that you need to close your eyes on the things that you don't like and stay within the job. If, however, there is still nothing for you to learn within that job, then that's the time when you need to decide to quit and go, separate ways. Okay, so that's it for me. Normally, my content is about project finance and financial modeling. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you and bye. If you want to learn how to build better financial models, check out my online course on financial model spreadsheet design at courses.phoenixmode.com.